Welcome to your Monday. I'm Jay Cleveland Payne, aka your Mr. Monday, and this quick bit of motivation and inspiration was originally published on July the 12th, 2021. The original message goes as follows. Saying please and thank you costs a person about 3 seconds of a full breath of air. A person who does not have that much time or air to spare should reevaluate their priorities. So this is a simple one to go deeper into. Saying please and thank you is simple. I used to think it was kind of a Southern thing because in the South, when you raised in the South in the 80s and 90s, essentially everybody says please and thank you. Everybody opens doors for people. Everybody says yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, yes, sir, no, sir. And people from different regions of the nation and the world, you can say, because I got a chance to live overseas during their time growing up there, didn't do that. It was not in the vernacular, just wasn't in what people did. I mean, people in New York are famous for being sort of abrupt and rude and at the point, where people in the South are supposedly have that Southern charm thing. Now, a lot of that stuff is colloquialism that really isn't true and just sort of just taken for fables, if you will. But saying please and thank you was something I was taught as a child to do constantly, and something that most of the people I grew up with were taught to do constantly, and people that I encountered who were of the same ilk, if you will, were taught to do constantly. Saying please and thank you, as we said, costs you very little, a little bit of time, a little bit of air, because you have to make that formation. And if it's something that you do naturally, just sometimes just out of habit, just out of reflex, it doesn't cost any brain function as well. But here's the thing for people who don't have time to say please and thank you. They have their priorities all out of whack because they can't make an effort in their conversations, in their negotiations, and just talking to general people to ask them questions and ask them please. Or when they do something, give thanks and say thank you. There's something really wrong in how they are viewing themselves, their lives, and the way they spend time. Now, as little time as saying please and thank you takes, and that's going to make this for a very short, very succinct, different episode of Welcome to Your Monday, because it should be pretty simple. As little time as it takes very little time to make that a part of your daily routine or your general routine, if you will, because we're not just saying it every day, once a day to one person. You're saying it along the lives of your lifetime, the lives of people along your general lifetime. It isn't hard to do. Whenever you ask something of someone, just throw in a please. Whenever someone does something for you, just say a quick thank you. It doesn't take that much effort. It doesn't take that much thought. It's not a soul-crushing process to even say please and thank you to people who you don't really believe deserve the please or the thank you. It just is what it is. If you can't find time to add a little bit of politeness to people's conversations, then you need to find time. There's something wrong with what you have prioritized other than saying please and thank you. Yes, ma'ams and no ma'ams and yes, sirs and no, sirs. Those get to be a little bit controversial, weirdly enough, because people don't want to be called ma'am. People don't want to be called sir. And definitely opening doors for ladies has become a hot topic because some ladies don't want you to open a door for them, which is kind of fine, I guess. But open a door is something you can do for anyone, regardless of gender. So if you have the ability to open a door from someone who's struggling or taking the time, I'd say go ahead and do it, and make sure you tell them they don't have to rush to get to the door. Sometimes people think they're being rushed when you hold the door open for them. Just tell them take their time. You have the time to stand there to hold that door for a few extra seconds because it's polite. Bottom line, be polite. Be more polite. Try to be more polite. Do what you can to be cordial in your conversations and in your interactions and in your negotiations, because a little bit of just general niceness goes a long way. That nice thing that you say to someone could be a tiny little sliver of something that basically is kind of a throwaway line in whatever conversation you're having, but it could make a difference. You never know. And if you do know, you usually don't take it as much as just kind of shrug it off. Because you're not saying please and thank you to make the world a better place so that you get some sort of cosmic karma. You're saying please and thank you to make the world a better place so the world is just a better place in general. And maybe more people will say please and thank you. And that's how the cosmic karma comes, from everybody being cordial, not just from you magically being cordial. That's it. Try saying please and thank you more. Try it. You'll see how simple it is, how easy it is, how little time and effort it takes to do that. Saying please and thank you costs a person about 3 seconds of a full breath of air. A person who does not have that much time or air to spare should reevaluate their priorities. This original message was published on July the 12th, 2021 from Welcome to Your Monday. For more messages like this one, plus books, merchandise, and other information related to this project, visit the website, welcometoyourmonday.com.